Howdy folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Red Dead Redemption on the MysteriousJG. Depending on how long the final mission takes, we might be looking at our last episode, if I can actually get all of the post-final mission stuff I wanted to get done in one video. Or we might have 2 videos left. Either way, it's just about time to go trigger the final storyline mission of the game. So as a quick wrap-up before we do the final storyline mission, although if you're still with me, you probably know the story at this point. John Marston, ex-gunslinger, boy, he was in a gang, he was an outlaw. There's some kind of incident. He's left for dead by the rest of the gang. So he, along with Abigail, a prostitute who ran with the gang, they leave. It's not clear to me whether they were married before or after he left the gang, but they leave the gang and have a son, although I guess they have their son. I don't know if they were married or not. They have their son before they leave the gang because their son remembers talking to Bill Williamson and Dutch, and he never mentions Javier, who I guess wasn't that social. Yeah, but when Jack is left for dead and some kind of criminal action gone wrong, he does manage to survive, and he and his family leave, and they settle down and start a ranch. At some point after this, Dutch appears to go crazy for whatever reason, and it hits Bill Williamson pretty hard. Javier Escuela, again, we don't really know what his deal is, but the game begins when John Marston, who's trying to set up a life as a rancher, with Abigail, his son Jack, and his old acquaintance, whom everyone calls Uncle. Well, the Bureau of Investigation comes along, takes away his family, holds them up in a prison somewhere, and forces him to go out and hunt down his old gang members, which is what most of the game is about. But when we finally hunt down and kill off our old gang members, and with the last of those gang members, Dutch Vanderland, we actually have some interactions with the rather disreputable bureau people who are using you to take care of their dirty work. We finally get our family back, and we get our little ranch going. So we have a mission breaking horses with Uncle and gathering up our cattle. We buy some cattle from Bonnie McFarlane, an old acquaintance that we met while off trying to take out our old gang members. We have a fun little mission where our wife Abigail, who hears about Bonnie and is a little bit jealous and suspicious, and rides with us to meet her, and we find out that they're 2 peas in a pod. And we also see pretty obvious evidence that Bonnie, if she doesn't like John, she certainly likes the idea of having a man, because as John leaves, she kind of kicks around and thinks about it and ends up following one of the ranchers as though to perhaps be a little bit more accessible than she had been previously. We also have a mission killing a bunch of crows to protect our corn. We have a couple of missions where we teach our son to hunt. We go out and kill some wolves to keep them away from the animals. Just missions around the ranch, getting our lives back in order. And finally, we have a mission where our son gets it in his mind to go hunt a bear, and we go and save him, and then talk to him about the dangers of growing up too fast. So it seems like John's just got kind of a normal life back. And the game's just kind of taking its time, building it up. We seem to have coyotes on the ranch. That's no good. But yeah, at this point, things seem to be going pretty good. The ranch is coming together nicely. We have, a Lassie-style misadventure. Little Jack Marston fell down the well. But other than that, it seems like we've got a series of little problems that can all be wrapped up in individual missions. And everything seems to be coming up Prifia. So let's find out what the final plot mission is before the game just gives up and says, okay, free roam, we've got nothing left for you. And I was mistaken. The final mission is considered a Jack Marston and not Abigail Marston mission. The last enemy that shall be destroyed. Oh, I haven't played this in years.
Hey, Jack.
Grinding down your toenails.
Hey, Paul.
Need a hand with that?
No, sir, I got it.
Refuse my
Looks
help.
like you have.
Backhand.
You're real good with them tools.
Thank you, Paul.
You healed up nicely from that bear
Make this
mauling
land
you.
real nice one day. Me and your mother do our part.
He's a tool operator.
By the time your turn comes, hell, this could be the nicest farm in the county.
It's the
Maybe,
only
Paul.
farm in the county. There's only 2 farms in the game.
Just gotta learn to shoot straight or you'll get yourself eaten by some animal.
Very funny, Paul.
Thank you, son.
I'll kill you last.
Soon it'll be quail season. We should have some fun then.
Is there anything you don't like shooting, Paul?
Well,
I
armed
ain't meant
people.
the thing yet, but as soon as I do, I'll let you know. You can even put it in one of them books you read.
Maybe I'll do that. Today, John Marston stopped shooting.
He stopped shooting her.
I ain't no literary man, but
today.
I don't think that'll sell. People like shooting in them things.
I think you may be right there, Paul.
How about the day John Marston continued shooting?
So, you ever hear talk about them machines that can make a man fly?
What is Uncle looking at? He's
Sure,
checking us
Paul.
out.
Everybody knows about that. You know they're going to be bringing one of those machines around the country next year for a demonstration? One of them machines can turn men into angels.
I'm
One
gonna
of them
kill
machines
Angel.
can turn men into angels.
John, come here.
There's angels coming.
John, come here, quick.
What, more horses that you refuse to go break yourself?
Take a look at that.
Jack, go into the house, lock all the doors. Whatever happens, don't come outside. You
There's
hear
a
me? Whatever
chupacabra
happens.
coming.
Okay.
Come here, son.
Oh, I don't like the looks of
Whatever
this.
happens, keep the doors locked and your mother inside. Promise me, son. Promise me.
Who is it, Paul?
It's just some old friends. Me and Uncle take care of it.
Dutch and Bill
You
have come
go
back
inside
from the
and you
dead.
keep the doors and the windows locked.
I hear you.
Then run!
Yeah, run, boy.
Boy, Uncle seems pretty fatalistic.
Well, old man, looks like things is about to get settled once and for all.
So it seems. Christ alive!
There's still time for you to run, old man. I'll hold him here.
Seriously? I couldn't even get to the initial piece of cover, huh? Oh, God, what a great start. The last enemy that shall be destroyed. We got to keep Guan Yu alive until
on,
it's
old
time for him
man.
to die.
I'm gonna need you to help me hold him off.
Apparently, I needed to press that button just a bit faster than I did.
Come on, man.
I won't let you take him again. This might have been a bad move.
Get off our way.
So these are army troops.
What on earth?
These are actual army troops here.
We ain't done nothing.
And the last time we saw army
Get in
troops,
there. There'll be more coming.
they were part of an attack on Bill Williamson. Not Bill Williamson, on Dutch Vanderlyn. So I think we can guess who is behind this. Oh, you know what? I could go loot
Go
the
check on
corpses.
your family, boy.
Don't tell me what to do, old man. Why am I stuck?
What are we
Got
gonna
off-
do now?
Got off to a great
What's
start
wrong?
there.
What's happened?
Stay inside, you hear? Like I said, there'll be more coming.
Did you say that?
Paul, what do they want?
I don't know, son. Whatever it is, it ends here.
Oh, look how many there are. They're gonna kill us, aren't they? We'll take you all on.
So yeah, basically, folks, the army decides to come after us. Oh, there's Uncle.
Uncle,
I just said Uncle.
Damn it, I'm hit.
I don't get into the continues. Stay alive, whatever may occur.
You should run off home!
All right. What did I say? Last mission in the game? Time to use medicine. And you know what? I'm feeling froggy.
It's me you want, not them!
Particularly not Uncle. I mean, what the fuck would you want with Uncle? Okay, so I'm kind of doing it wrong a little bit here. How's that, Phoenix? Is that right? Is that how you're supposed to do it?
They ain't involved in this! None of you bastards are leaving here alive!
How come I can suddenly not do anything?
That's it! Give him up, son!
How you
Hang
doing,
in
Uncle?
there, Uncle! I'm gonna get you out of here safe!
Ain't time, John. I ain't gonna make it off this porch anyhow.
You really are lazy. Oh,
You take Jack and Abbott,
he actually called him Uncle, too.
take them and... Don't worry about me. Let's get him out of here. No! Uncle, please! Oh my God! They killed him!
Those bastards.
Come on, son! Ain't nothing we can do for him now!
Well, I mean, you could bury him. They seem to have killed them all.
We're leaving the farm. I'll watch from the silo. You two go to the barn. Get the horses ready.
John!
I'll meet you there.
Well, where are we going to go? This is our farm. Good night, sweet uncle, and flights of whiskey sing thee to thy rest. His last words, his last thoughts were of aunt.
No! Not again!
We'll
We had
make
a
a
chance
run
to
for
loot
the
the
barn.
bodies.
Stay close and keep your eyes open.
Oh, up on the hill!
A lonely goat herd.
God damn it!
Okay, medicine. Moonshine.
Don't waste time aiming. Just shoot. You'll hit something.
Oh, that's been my approach.
Leave us alone! This way!
Why are you doing this?
Okay, I just kind of went to this mode so that I wouldn't get killed.
You watch it, Johnny.
I know I'm standing right out in the open, but hopefully he can't actually...
Stay in cover. Come on. We can
Where's
do
this last guy? Oh. Gotcha. I want to make sure our Deadeye meter is maxed out. What am I
Make a
doing
run
now?
for the barn. Let's go.
Oh, making a
Move.
run for the barn. Okay.
Now,
Oh, man,
quick,
there's more of them?
run for it. All right, you're covered.
Boy, there's a lot of
Now
guys
go,
in the army.
Go. Keep your eyes open.
Geez, how many guys are in the army now?
Don't think you'll be needing this. I did what you wanted.
Where the hell is the plot characters
Now,
that are
quick,
responsible for all
run
this?
for it.
Man,
All
they keep
right, you're
coming.
covered. Now go, go.
Okay, that was kind of... Probably shouldn't have run out in the open right there. I thought I had to get them into the barn safely, but suddenly, like, 4 guys all hopped off horses and just all shot me in sequence. That'll do it. Oh, I'm supposed to go up to the silo. Okay, well, I can do that.
Come on, let's head for the barn. Now, quick, run for it. All right, you're covered. Now go! Go! Put your guns down and run back to your family! You're dead, friend! There's gonna be a lot of graves dug! Now, quick! Run for it! You don't even know what you're fighting for! All right, you're covered! Now go! Go! Run away and maybe I won't kill you!
Oh, Abigail died. Huh? Okay. Yeah, I guess, I don't know if getting up on the silo makes me safer, but, you know, guys get in close enough that I don't have a shot on them anymore. And I feel you're probably better off fighting on foot.
Make a run for the bar! Let's go!
Come
Move!
on!
Now! Quick! Run for it! All right, you're covered! Now go! Go! I've dropped 100 fools like you!
Okay, good thing he wasn't really effective.
Now! Quick! Run for it!
My temporary willingness to use red eye seems to have gone away.
You fellas should stay at home.
Okay, well, they got it at the barn this time. I guess last time I was killing lots of dudes, but they weren't moving towards the barn. So I want to make absolutely sure my red eye meter is full, because this is kind of it. Can I not go into the barn? Thought I could. I'm all confused now. You can go in this way.
Hey, come on.
You guys aren't killing nearly enough
Now
of them
listen.
soldiers.
Jack, darling, get on this horse.
What about me?
Get out of here. Let's
You
go
just
find
gave
a place
instructions to
hide.
Jack, darling.
You're coming with us, Paul.
I'll catch up.
On foot.
Keep riding and don't look back.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be worried about me, you hear? Now get going.
You stay out of trouble, John.
Ain't no trouble, Abigail. Ain't no trouble.
God Infinite continues.
I love you.
I love you.
Jack, you're not
Now
bad
go.
either.
Get!
Ugh. Should have switched to a revolver for this last scene. I forgot I wasn't going to get a chance here. Because basically, game is about to end. Doors are like kind of the doors of destiny here. We did everything we were asked to do. But as Dutch tried to warn us, they're just going to have to find another monster to hunt. And that monster's John. So here we go. We're equipped with a rifle. I kind of meant to have us equipped with a pistol. Because we can try to kill a few guys. Preferably these dudes. No way that you can kill them all. It is completely impossible. There are no cheat codes, no pro action replay. This is where John Marston dies. Dutch, what did you get? And you can't kill Edgar Ross. He's not one of the targets that's there, but he suddenly appears in the cinematic. It is so not fair. I shot for the martial-looking dudes in the hopes that I killed his little sidekick. I don't think his sidekick is actually even present. Don't know if you're allowed to kill him or not. If one of those guys dressed in black was actually the other guy from those missions. But no, pretty much the game about how East Coast civilization are a bunch of bastards who are ruining everything, and sure enough at the end, they kill you. And I also didn't see this coming when I played this game years ago, because I generally, when playing through a story or watching a story in film, I don't try to guess where things are going. So a twist that makes any sense at all, I usually quite enjoy.
Did you hear that? Jack, we have to go back for Pa.
Let's go!
Although, now that I think about it, he probably knew that was going to happen, and that's why he got us on the horses. To prevent the army guys from coming after us, since we're not a threat. But you know what, let's go back from anyway. If we make real good time, the army guys will still be there, and they'll kill you. But this is the first moment where we play as Jack. And that, as if you hadn't guessed by now, that's where the post-game wandering comes around. You play the rest of the game as Jack. Ride past some of the folks that your pa killed. There's quite a few of them. Don't know that you'll be allowed to stay here and work the farm. Oh, who'd have thought the old man had so much blood in him? Oh, shit. Guess he's never going to teach me how to hunt bears. Come on, get off him, Mom. You're going to end up catching some kind of wasting disease. And you have a long, long life ahead of you, I'm sure. We don't want to waste it.
Oh, bury me not on the lone prairie, where the coyotes wail and the wind blows free. And when I die, don't bury me 'neath the western sky on the lone prairie.
Loving husband and father, blessed are the peacemakers. You did bury him on the lone prairie, I hope you realize. So now we see his grave looking a little bit more weather-beaten. And we see who we are meant to gather is a grown-up Jack Marston. Because you can't go around playing as a little kid in free roam. And we see Abigail's grave. It's kind of tough to read the dates, but it doesn't look like she lived a couple years. Always in our hearts. Abigail Marston dies of unknown causes. And I remember playing this many, many years ago. When the game was brand new, and being kind of blown away by that ending. I tried to sort of, treat it in my same regular, irreverent, jokey manner that I use for all my Let's Plays. But that was definitely an ending that I didn't really see coming. Again, it's obvious. It's obvious that ending is coming if you're paying any kind of attention. And if you're one of those people who, when you watch a film or a TV series or read a book or play a video game that's story-heavy, if you try to guess where the story's going. Like, I don't like reading mystery novels, because the fun of reading mystery novels is to try to figure out the story before you get there, and that's not the way I look at these things. So I don't feel like a rube for having not seen the ending coming, although with retrospect it's extremely obvious. It's hinted at repeatedly. Dutch all but tells you, these guys are going to kill you next. And I was just taken in. I was completely taken in. The series of missions about the farm and getting the ranch back together and rebuilding his relationship with his family. I enjoyed that stuff so much that playing this years ago kind of gutted me a little bit. And I remember thinking that it was an excellent ending, though. As sad as it was, I thought it was an excellent ending. And I shut down the Xbox and didn't do any free roam at all with Jack Marston. Because why would you? This isn't really Jack's story, it's John's story. That being said, there actually are some things that you can do with Jack, and I'd like to go ahead and do them. Because one of the things you can do with Jack is meant to be the real satisfying ending to the game. But since that was John Marston dies and suddenly you have Jack, I didn't immediately see a mission marker. I think I looked for a mission marker. I didn't see a mission marker. So, with no mission marker, I was like, well, the story's over. The main character's dead. The whole game has had that Grand Theft Auto style sandbox, and I think every Grand Theft Auto game of the polygonal 3D era has always given you the option to free range and explore the world after the game is done. So I just kind of assumed that this was it. But in fact, if you look around a bit, if you ride to the right places, there is a stranger mission. Strangers and Freaks type of mission that you can only do as Jack. I found out much later that actually all of the stranger missions can be done with Jack or John Marston. The only exception being the I Know You quest, where the guy talks about you and your past. Which brings me to the last little thing I'd like to point out before we call it a video here. A neat little thing I didn't pick up on until I read it later. When the I Know You guy is, you say, like, if you don't tell me who you are, I won't be responsible for my actions. And he says, oh, you will. And it's like super creepy, and John just flips out and starts shooting him, and the bullets don't affect him because he's obviously some kind of fucking phantom or demon or like just spirit sent to torment him. They're standing out on a piece of land, and he's saying, like, this is a real nice spot. This is a real nice spot. That's actually the place where John and Abigail are buried. It's actually where we are right now. It's where the final, I Know You quest takes place. So I thought that was interesting. But as it happens, this video just a little on the short side, but long enough to call it a video, which means that I can go ahead and do like I originally planned. We're gonna wrap this LP up with one last video where I show you some of the post-game things that you can do with Jack. Basically, there's really only two things I want to show you, because you can go to like Torquemada and play Five Finger Fillet, and who cares? But I mean, you can go around gathering the different outfit pieces. You can finish the survivalist challenges. You can do all that stuff. But there's one stranger mission that you can do. And I also want to see if we can buy a newspaper, because I believe there is one post-game newspaper which catches you up on some of the things that happen between John Marston's death and Jack Marston coming back to visit his grave. Because clearly Jack Marston is a few years older here than he was at the end of that last mission. Anyway, folks, I'm MysteriousJG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll tune in next time for our final episode of Red Dead Redemption.